Okay, so before we start, I would like each of you to kind of introduce your. Uh, Obviously, you know who each other is, but just for funsies, say who you are, say who your character is, a little bit of background, and you can describe them physically.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Oh, I would also like you to give your level and your class, please.
Okay.
Are we all level one?
Now recording.
You
So,
are.
so who's going first?
Hello.
Okay.
So my character is Mandee Mixtvixen, level 1 rogue. She will be a swashbuckler at one point, but she basically grew up on the streets of Port Bliss. When she was 6 or 8, I don't remember which. She ran away from an orphanage and kind of lived on the streets, pickpocketing and things like that. When she was about 12, she started working with some shipping uh, with Captain
Captain
Captain Davos
Dovos.
to on the Herb yacht to um, basically smuggle stuff. But she's just this little ball of happiness. She's short. She's small even for a halfling. So she's probably about 2.5 feet tall, red hair, exceptionally happy all the time.
Okay. Um, and let's see. How's she dressed?
She's basically just got some leathers on, really
Okay.
colorful stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Tight outfit.
God damn it. Gonna, it's immediately gonna get awkward. Uh, so let's go with Ginsu next.
All right, my name is Tanizan Talizar. I am a human above average height. I've got reddish brown hair and deep green eyes. Um, I'm dressed well. I don't look like a noble. I try at least not to dress like nobility so people don't, see my clothing and be like, "Hey, he's a noble. Let's rob him" or some shit like that. So I dress like I try to dress like a normal person. And I carry, my basic long sword and basic short sword with me wherever I go. I do have chainmail, and I have some accoutrement that is of nobility, such as my ring that I keep the actual sigil uh, turned into the palm of my hand so nobody can really see it, and a necklace that was given to me by my mother. I come from a noble family from the capital of the Five Kingdoms, and I was pretty much raised by the knighthood and city guard there. Trained in combat and uh, by my father when it comes to like how to be a professional tradesman when it comes to moving goods.
And what is your class?
I am level 1 fighter.
All right. Let's go to Shager next.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Sunny, and I'm an alcoholic. No, just kidding.
Hi, Sonny.
Hi, Sonny.
Hi, Sonny.
No. I am a halfling level 1 fighter by the name of Dandil the Duskdip. My little dude is essentially a teenager who is essentially like a Navajo Indian in this kind of setting, essentially in the Five Kingdoms. He comes from the kingdom of Brennus. He like wanders around like the wastelands and like the wastes with his tribe. They hunt creatures named Grata who are like giant ass boars essentially, and they just keep following them around. And
Uh,
then
Grunta, and they're basically elephant-sized boars.
yeah, so yeah, they follow
Damn, them some
those
big
boars.
boars.
That's a big one. They follow those boars like the Indians follow the bison. That's how they live their life essentially, like as hunter gatherers of the sort, like wildling halflings essentially is what there are. But they're not reclusive people. They go to like ports and towns and trade their crafts and meat and other shit that they produce essentially. They're also very proud hunters who ride on the back of giant owls. Is like a big ass privilege of theirs. My guy went through such a trial not too long ago himself, and bippity boppity, he's on a ship now with the rest of y'all.
You want to describe what you have with you?
Like what? As in like inventory wise, or
No, no, your little buddy,
my little butt? It's cute. Yeah, no, yeah.
your little buddy.
Oh, my little buddy. Okay, yeah, he's a baby owl, baby giant owl, mind you, who looks like a regular owl at this size because he was literally born like a day or two ago. If I remember correctly, Grits named him Everick, so his name is Everick now.
Okay.
And yeah, he has like little ginger hair, gray eyes, essentially very shaggy, raggedy looking little boy, and that's him.
Okay, and I will post a picture of what your owlet looks like
Oh
Where's this being posted?
in Godsfall.
yeah.
So imagine that, but it's almost as big as
A regular owl.
it's like it's close to 2 feet tall. It's a big fucking owl.
He's eventually going to be able to ride this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then I think the last person we have here is Professor Shvantz.
Hello, I'm Professor D. Shvantz. The D is for D. That is my name. It is D. D-E-E. Professor D. But of course, for professional reasons, I like to shorten it. It makes the name look more professional. Anyway, I was an orphan, you see, and very, very young. Uh, Luck would have it, I was sponsored by a very powerful family. They put me through all the educations. Yes, this is very strict, very difficult form of education. I was schooled in basically all of the things that any wealthy aristocrat could be expected to be schooled in. I lived there pretty much on the dorms full time.
So pretty much everything I strived not to learn.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, strange, tall human person. Anyway, my sponsor family put me all the way through the education, and eventually it was very natural for me to seek employment as a professor. And so I began my tenure working for a very, very high Ivy League type kind of school. And I am very very short person. It is often confuse me for gnome or for halfling, and nobody really knows for sure. I don't know. My parents wasn't really sure where it came from. But small man, I like to dress nicely for professor, so I have that professional edge, slacks, belts, a vest. And you see, I thirst for knowledge. I am myself still constantly learning everything and teaching to the students. And because I have this lust for life, you see, I have lust for my students as well and my colleagues' wives for the most part, but never, never, never the people I work with. This is simply unprofessional.
And
Jesus
what
Christ.
is your class?
Oh yes, mechanical engineering, which I believe translates to artificer.
All right. And then finally we have.
Oh, I have a little companion as well, if I may.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I also during my last days at the university before they expel me and ruin my tenure, I came upon a very interesting little companion. He's a little cricket who follows me everywhere. It seems to be impossible to lose him, really, but he's always there. It chirps at me. He's very cute.
Let me guess. What are you,
Oh.
a sheep?
And, and for reference, his cricket is like a silvery color instead of the normal like blackish green.
All right, Pinocchio.
And
I'm a real boy.
that leaves us with Grits.
Hello, I am Zillowin Fin, 6 foot tall, svelte swimmer body, unkept long blonde hair.
She's
I
got
like to
abs.
keep it, shaggy. Actually, yes, like to keep it shaggy. I have startlingly silver blue eyes, supermodel good looks. Um, Pretty much decked out in black leathers, and I really like the water. Just really, really love the water.
You want to give us a little background on your character there?
He likes
Uh,
water.
I'm I'm from Skyhaven, you know, and mainly the Sapphire Bay. Come from a pretty decent family, and just uh, just kind of pushing around, trying to see what the world has, and kind of on a quest, a journey, self-discovery. Just really nice to meet you.
Okay. And your class.
And a warlock of the fathomless depths. Though I'm not really sure how much of like. Do you want me to go into like my godhood or anything like
No,
that, or
no, you can just give them your class. That's fine.
okay? Just a reminder. Do you remember what I called that voice?
I don't remember what you called that voice.
Okay, I think that's what this note in my notes is then.
Okay.
Okay,
If it was my voice, it was
but
lovely and beautiful.
I'm not what they call traditionally intelligent. Um, I'm not stupid, but sometimes I get lost in thought, and I find that the best way to handle a situation is just really just kind of smile and just nod my head.
Oh, so you're a spaz.
I don't know if I'd be qualified as spaz. I'm just kind of, I'm here for it.
He's up for it.
He's a surfer boy.
Yeah, yeah, I've done some boarding. Yeah.
Yeah, just a
Radical
good boy.
dude.
See you later, boy.
Just
Okay.
uh just really nice to meet all of you. And the owl's awesome. Yeah, love the name.
Okay.
Thanks for
So
taking the suggestion.
I would like you all to regale us with where you were the last time we finished up your session 0.
On the last episode.
I'll go last on this one.
You want us to like roll a d20 or just jump in?
I just go in reverse order.
Yeah, there you go.
No, that means Ginsu, I guess, goes first. But
I wasn't last though.
That means you go first, Gritzy.
they went after me though.
Reverse
Yeah.
order is last goes first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you, and then
I
me.
did mine like on Friday.
No, bro, he meant like introductions just now.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Uh, I mean, last I was on a boat with
Doing
the guy
flips
with
and
the
shit.
owl. No, I wasn't really doing flips. Just
Okay.
I remember something was going on. Like we were heading up to the top of the deck. Was there some type of like fighting going on or something?
It sounded like a ruckus of sorts, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And I kind of look at Dustin. And I go, "What? Where were we?" I mean, I know I was staring out the porthole and like petting your bird. He's a nice bird.
Okay, and then Shvantz.
Well, you see, there I was in my house that evening, getting ready for the night, petting my new little pet cricket. And who should knock on my door but the very wife of the man who had just given me 20,000 gold to make sort of new technology? She says to me, they know everything. Of course, this is very bad news for me. It means that my lecherous behavior has been uncovered, and possibly they will take everything I created with the grant they gave me. So as much as I really wanted to throw her to the floor and fuck her brains out, I knew it was my moment. I had to leave. And so, of course, I fled into the night, went to the school, found the technology that would shortly be removed, threw myself in it, and turned the on switch. And as no sooner than that had happened, some strange, miraculous thing happened to me, Rich. Really, I can't get into. That's a whole other story. They burst through the door. They find me in the machine, and before I knew it, I find myself in the sky. Yes, in the fucking sky. And contrary to popular belief, I can't actually fly, and so I fell. I found myself falling. It was very, very scary, very cold up high, I must say. But then it became even worse because I hit the water, and at that point, it really, really fucking hurt. Followed by which I failed a constitution score, and then I failed my acrobatics check, and I found myself drowning as I was pulled on top of a ship.
Okie doke.
That's that's something. That is that the ruckus I heard? Did I see him getting pulled out of the
it's
water?
it's you're probably the one that pulled him out of the water, as a matter of fact.
Oh, hey man.
So so next
Dude.
so next we'll go to Dandil.
So yeah, it was just me and Zillowin chilling below deck until we heard some shit go down upstairs. So we were just heading over to check it out. Apparently.
Okie doke. Ginsu.
So, in the last port town that the ship that I am managing for my father, while we were in there, I decided to take some time off the ship and go exploring. I met a few people, and I had a good time at a tavern, listening to a bard that seemed to be a little more attracting of everyone around him than would seem natural. Anyways, after that little uh, excursion, I decided to go just wandering around, and I bumped into people who seemed to have recognized me somehow. I don't know how, but they started chasing me down, and I led them through a chase throughout the city before losing them and heading back to the ship. But as I was heading back to the ship, I saw this robed figure with two bodyguards. He was carrying something in his hands, and he said, "With this, we'll be able to finish the statue." And something about that didn't feel right to me. So I ran headlong into them, making it look like an accident, kicking the box away from them so that they didn't actually see where it went. And as I made an excuse, got up, grabbed the box, and took off like a bat out of hell. A little bit later, they figured out what was going on and started chasing me down and shooting arrows at me. Which, by the way, I took an arrow straight to the middle of my back, but it didn't feel like it hurt that much. So I ran, got trapped by the guy whose box I actually stole, managed to escape him, do some parkour bullshit, got up on the roof of the warehouses for the docks, jumped over three, fell down, then ran out to the docks, jumped in the water, swam all the way back to my ship, got pulled back on, told my uncle about the thing that I found. We opened it up, figured out what it was, and then we disappeared as we started going back out to sea. And when we reappeared, we were in the middle of the ocean.
And last but not least, unless you're talking about size.
If I remember right, I had just touched my purple stone and appeared out in the middle of the fucking nowhere. If I
You talk
remember
your
right.
purple stone a lot.
Yeah.
Anytime she could get. So, essentially, you guys all meet back up on the bridge of the ship. There is a ruckus going on, and this ruckus. Oh boy, that's a lot.
I misunderstood the assignment. Was I supposed to recap the entirety of my session?
No, no, just the end was all we were
Okay.
looking for.
Everybody else was doing the whole thing, so I wasn't sure what was
Oh
going
no,
on.
Oh,
trust
oh,
me, that was just the end of mine. I
yeah,
promise.
that was just the end of mine as well. That was not the entirety of it. If I was gonna do the entirety of it, I would have talked for a lot longer.
Well, I just like to add
So,
that I kind of went for a really long swim.
a really long swim.
A really,
Yeah.
really long
Felt,
swim.
it felt great.
So there is a ruckus out on the deck, and everybody kind of rushes out to find. Uh, just one sec.
A map, a map.
Here we go. Okay. Everybody rushes out to the deck to find Tanizan and his uncle, kind of not actually physically fighting, but the uncle seems to be freaked out, and he seems to be in some manner blaming Tanizan for what's going on.
Oh yeah,
Now,
it's 100% my fault. I do not disagree at all.
now, what most of you guys have not met Mandee at this point. You have very briefly seen Tanizan, Dandil, and Zillowin. You have met each other, and Professor Shvantz, you are currently waking up from your uh, your sudden coma,
Oy
as it
vey,
would
my
be.
head! What a rush that was.
And as you wake up, you find yourself surrounded by sailors on the deck of a ship,
Oi, hey sailor, buy me a drink first, huh?
with a golden-haired man leaning over you.
I'm sorry,
I
who?
could find you a drink. Does anybody have some water? He's thirsty.
Yeah, there's a water barrel
Yeah.
right over there.
I could use something a little stronger if that's a possibility.
Does anybody have any tea or coffee?
Or cigarettes, cigars.
I'm so confused at what's actually going on here.
I just pulled this guy out of the water, apparently.
I just fell out of the
Huh.
sky, apparently.
How'd you get there?
Yes.
What a weird
Uh,
place to fall from. Gee whiz, mister.
I mean, get me that cigarette first, and I'll tell you.
Look at
One
the
of
rest of the sailors. Does anybody have a cigarette?
one of the deckhands walks up, and he's chuffing on a pipe, and he just hands it to you.
Ah, thank you, Sonny. May,
That's not. That's not.
may,
Okay.
may the dead gods bless your household. Thank you.
I don't think that's very hygienic if you just right after. Yeah.
I just
So-
pull on it. I just stick it in my mouth a little too far and awkwardly, and just start sucking on it.
It's like sailor tobacco, so it's really strong,
Oh,
and it's got that rich kind of nutty taste to it. You know what I mean?
Constitution save. Did you see it? It didn't-
Yes,
it
I
didn't
do
show
see
anything.
it. I do see it. You take a big riff on it, you know, and your head swims for just a second before you kind of focus back in, and you get that lightheaded, like nicotine feel. At this point, you're basically surrounded by a couple halflings,
Oh,
uh, and like three humans, two of them in their teens, and one a big hefty man who from the way the sailors are looking at him, might look like he's in charge.
And how much of my clothes did I retain from the fall and the splash and the drowning?
Oh, you have all your clothes and stuff. You're just wet.
Ah, all right. Well, I start taking them off in that case.
Mandee's probably dangling
They're
upside
all
down from the regular
very
weather.
wet.
Why is this man not dressing right here in front of us?
My clothes are wet. Do you want me to catch a cold or what?
Just do your thing, mister. Sure, do your thing.
All right. So I strip down. He's clearly well past his prime. Physically only about average for a man his age. Nothing impressive at all, but not a weakling either. Not a skeletal bone. He's basically like Professor
And
Dadbot.
essentially, after a minute, of you taking everything off, one of the sailors, the hefty man, kind of gestures at one of the sailors. He runs off and brings you like a blanket. And
What? I was just starting to enjoy the breeze.
the guy kind of leans over and he goes, "Now ready? So who are you then?"
May I ask who I am addressing so that I understand the rank here?
I'm Captain Arkham Dovos. This is my ship.
Captain. And he looks around him. Captain, would you be so good as to speak to me, speak to a man of learning in private, please? I have some sensitive information.
Alrighty.
And he's just for you, GM. He's not lying, so I'm not. That's not a deception.
And so he kind of nods and he says, "All right then, to my quarters."
Thank you.
And then he stops and he turns and he looks at the rest of the crew. And he looks out at like around. He goes, by the stars. "Listen, while I'm talking to this man, I need you to figure out where the hell we are." And at that moment, you guys notice you are no longer in Port Bliss. In fact, you can't see land at all. You are impossibly far away from where you were just moments ago.
What
You are in the middle of the ocean.
Do I know where we're at?
You have no idea. You know which direction north is, so you have some idea of where you are. You know that you are in the middle of, let's see, you are in the middle of the King Sea, which is pretty much the middle of everything.
Huh.
You are somewhere between Port Bliss and Rizan. And for reference, I will post a picture of the entire map here.
Under the sea.
I go up to Davos and like tug on his like pant leg and be like, "Captain, sir,
Yes.
I don't know how, but I feel like we're in the middle of the King Sea."
Well, we were kind of near the King Sea. That's a good start.
Excuse me, Mr. Captain, sir, I also have a question.
Aye.
Where are we going exactly?
That we have to figure out because, and he kind of turns and he looks at Talizar and he goes, "We can't go back to Port Bliss."
Yeah, I know. But whatever those guys were trying to do, it sounded really bad.
In fact, when last when we were in Port Bliss about 5 minutes ago, um, we were being chased by Baron Henry LaFleur's men, and that's not a good thing. He controls the entire coast of the north of Brennus, which means we got to get you guys somewhere safe.
Right. Okay.
And I'm sorry, which ocean are we in?
The King Sea, just to the right of the King. See where Ani is?
I got it.
Kind of where it says Raison right there.
That's it.
Pretty much between those two.
Okay. Oh boy, how am I gonna get back home?
And he kind of nods at Shvantz, and he's like, "All right, let's go."
Thank you, Captain. Thank you.
I follow.
He he will he goes into his quarters, and he leaves the door open for you as he sits behind a large oak desk, or at least what looks like oak.
I attempt to follow in, just like I'm part of the conversation.
I'm gonna follow Zillowin as well.
I quickly grab both of them and stop them from going in.
I will go into the vents and then find a vent that I can listen from.
You two,
There is in fact a vent right
I need to
behind
go
where the
in.
captain sits.
as I grab them, I say, "This is a conversation between those two. Please do not disturb them."
I need to be
No,
in there.
no, you do not.
I really do. Can I make a persuasion check? And if it's not towards Gensu because he's a player, can I make it towards the captain?
That's fine.
I have a +6.
God damn.
14.
Okay. And he's like, in a moment, let me speak to this gentleman first. And when he says gentleman, he kind of like raises an eyebrow at Shvantz.
Gentlemen?
See, I told you. Now please come this way.
Okay, sure.
I'm a paying passenger. I don't think I have to like do anything.
You don't have to do anything, but when I tell you you're not supposed to disturb the captain, that means come away from his door.
And he ushers you inside, Shvantz, and he closes the door behind you.
Okay.
By the by, DM, do I see out of my corner of my eye where Mandee went? Into which way?
You actually don't. She just kind of goes down into the ship, and at this point, since nobody had followed her, you're not quite sure where she went.
Okay.
I look at Talizar. I'm just like, hey, it's all good, man. Hey, what's the name of the ship we're on?
Herb yacht.
The
Oh,
Urbiot.
ships have names? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, ships have names.
Wow.
Did you
Every
say
great
Herbert?
ship. Herbiot.
Like yacht for herbs. They be smoking a lot of reefer.
Mod.
You got that herb, y'all.
Welcome
Normally
to the
just
Herb Yacht.
It normally just teleports places. That's its thing.
No, that was entirely my fault.
Wait,
Oh, it's your fault. So
Mhm.
you're.
how'd you do that?
I do not know. I could not
In
tell
fact,
you.
as far as you guys know, magic doesn't exist and hasn't for about 100 years.
Just kind of staring at him, and I'm just like, are you a chosen?
No.
Chosen.
The hell's a chosen?
You know, and I kind of look out the ocean by him.
Who's him?
Chosen? Who's him? Come on, dude. You gotta be more
Okay.
specific.
Nah, it's cool, man. It's cool.
Like I said, you're weird.
Fucking
man.
hippies.
I'll be AFK for just a minute, but I'm still listening.
And
Can we
no,
get some
no,
tea?
Tanizan did not say fucking hippies. That was me.
Can we go get some tea?
Go.
Sure, we can go get some tea. We can head to the
Alright, I'll
galley
follow him to get
downstairs.
tea.
Oh, dude, I love some food. So would you, right, Everett?
And it just is like, it's still a baby. It really doesn't know how to, you know, do anything. So it's somewhere between a choke and a chirp.
This guy's name is Eric. He was born yesterday.
Well, that is
Okay.
a really big owl, but he is freaking adorable.
Oh, he's something alright.
At this point, it is laying basically face down, asleep
I just gotta pick
on
it
the
up.
deck of the ship.
I'm gonna give it a piggyback ride and see what the food is.
Oh, that's
When you
just
do,
too
it
cute.
kind of wakes up,
We're gonna get food.
and you
Wow.
guys head down to the galley where the cook, we'll say a handsome lady,
A handsome
uh,
lady.
a fat handsome lady with a mole on her face, and
Keep her away from Shvantz.
like, she's kind of waving a ladle around, and she's like, "Now what do you want now?"
Whoa. You're
What was
handsome.
her name again?
We'll fucking check right now.
Chidette.
Barda.
Barda.
She's like the ship name, right?
Yeah. Hey, Barda, how's it going today? Our guests here, uh, trying to keep them distracted at the moment. Is there any way we can get something to eat, please? And maybe some
All
tea?
right.
Just kind of
Well,
smile at her and just go, "Do you have any fish?"
of course I got fish. What do I look like? Some
You
kind
got
of
any?
not cook?
You got alpha by any chance, or whatever you eat?
Barda, to me, you look like the best damn cook in the world.
And you can tell that she's a good cook. Because she
You
is.
look like one hell of a dancer.
She's not thin whatsoever.
She's
You
an
look like
eater.
one. You look like
she's,
one hell of a dancer.
She's trying her own supply. She goes, yeah, I got some light feet on me. You sit
Cool.
down.
Alright, thank you.
Make you some sandwiches.
Thank you very much. I
I
appreciate
always
it.
help my mother. Do you need help? I always helped my mother in the kitchen.
You ain't touching my pots. Sit down.
Okay, well, if you need any washing or anything like that, I'd be happy to help.
She kind of looks at you for a second. She's an older woman, you know.
Aren't you a paying
water.
customer?
Yeah,
And
but I like water, man.
and she looks you up and down and she goes, "Maybe I'll take you up on that washing." And then
Giggity.
she goes back to like chopping, you know. We we cut to the captain's quarters where a naked but I suppose
I've got a blanket now, okay?
however covered you decide to be. I mean, you have the
Uh,
blanket. That doesn't mean you have to use it.
no, really, there should be no secrets from the captain. I sit spread-legged.
Good lord. Uh, you have to kind of jump up into the chair just a bit because you are a short guy.
Okay. For propriety's sake, I cross my legs.
And oh god, that's almost worse. How did the hot dog get below the baby? um, and he sits down behind his desk, and he in turn kind of picks up a pipe. You still have that other guy's pipe,
Yeah, I pull on it again, thank you.
and
In
he
fact,
lights
I
it.
just shadow the captain. Whatever he does, I do.
Okay, he lights it with a match, and he takes a few puffs after
Uh,
tamping it down. You're
thank you, Captain. May I use the match, please?
Yeah, I'll hand you the match.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. And really, it was very kind of you and your seamen to put this blanket on me. You have a large crew of seamen, I noticed. Lots of seamen all over the deck.
So you've been on boats before. You've got the humor for it.
What did I say? That was the proper term, no?
So, what's this business you have?
All right, I'll level with you. It turns out that politics will politic, right? I happened upon some very sensitive information surrounding the goings on at and he looks at the captain before he says the name of the location.
And on the map is or on the wall behind him is essentially the map that I posted earlier, but in black and white.
Which is in the video right now because I am showing it on my screen.
I'd
So
like to do.
Perfect.
I'd like to do an insight check, please, on the captain to determine if I can tell him something that actually is very sensitive.
Okay.
Okay, that's at advantage.
As far as you know, he seems like a relatively trustworthy sort. I mean,
Okay.
he pretty much just brought you on his ship, no questions asked. So he
True
seems like
story.
he's
True
an alright
story.
guy.
I owe him. I feel I owe him the truth. So this pause unpauses and he says, Galhadir. It is far from here, but I assume you know where it is.
I've had some dealings with Galhadir.
And may I ask, have you heard of? And then he leans in close, out of suspicion, yet still, and whispers to the captain the name of the secret organization that I was privy to.
Aye.
Do I hear it?
Yeah, he just says the casters. You can make a history check.
Nice.
damn, Galhadir is far to the north.
It is basically the northeast north you can north. Yeah, the casters are. So, Galhadir is a great dwarven nation, and they pretty much hate humans and pretty much everything, really. They work with Kadar. The Kadarians are basically anti-magic, everything, human supremacy, anti-magic, that kind of thing. But they work with Galhadar because it's really you have to. I mean, they're the great technological advanced society, Galhadar, and the casters, what they do is when the anti-theots, the anti-magic priests of Kadar
That was
gather up.
what was whispered. The anti-theot.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, when the anti-theots of Kadar bring Galhadir magical weapons, they they use them and they break them down in their giant lava forges.
Is this common knowledge?
This bit is, yes.
Okay.
They break them down in their giant lava forges, and then they create what are known as Bane swords. Bane swords pretty much cut through magic. If it's magical, they break it down, they cut through it, they turn it off. And it's said that 1,000 magical items are used to create one Bane sword. And again, keep in mind, there really isn't magic anymore. So 1,000 to make one is fucking nuts.
Sounds
It's
like a sword I
batshit
need to
crazy.
get my hands on.
And so that's what you know.
You understand
and he nods.
You understand my hesitation, Captain.
He does. He says, "I." Well, I've never been boarded by Kadar. Never been boarded by Galhadir, so at least my track record's good.
Well,
How about gold to cot?
Did you fucking say that from the vent?
No, I'm just playing.
what do you have a lot of parrots on board? I'm hearing sort of strange sounds from the vents.
And he just kind of like tells you, yeah, you know, I've had my dealings with them, but they've never given me much trouble.
Well, look, I know they seem very far away, and you're a seaman down here in the king. I heard on the deck the soldiers were saying this with the king. So yeah, is it not?
So it would seem.
So it would seem. So look, based on what I learned, I would strongly advise you, sir, not to transport any of this metal north. No good will come of it. They plan on making themselves everyone's problem very soon, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, it sounds like you need to get as far away from them as possible.
That is not inaccurate, no.
And as it stands, I need to get my nephew, and he says it with a bit of a growl in his tone, as far away from Port Bliss as I can do.
Sorry.
So,
By the way, sorry, before we keep going, I did have to see the captain because I was withholding some information that I was definitely aware of. Should I roll
okay.
for that?
Yeah, roll me deception check.
Would Rikku get a roll being?
Yeah, he would. She would. Okay, Mandee, you get the sense that he's not telling the whole truth. He's not lying, but he's also not giving you everything.
Sweet.
And the captain kind of raises an eyebrow at you. And he goes, and?
And I know it's very profitable to trade in this metal, but the less of it that goes north of you, the safer we're all going to be. Which is also a half.
Are you implying that I'm smuggling magic items to Galhadir?
I don't know anything of your business. I think we both can agree on that. Yes, Captain?
I think we can.
Don't know any of your business. What I am saying is that you have told me that the Galhadir had never given you trouble. What I am telling you is that if for any possible reason you were involved in any sort of thing, which is of course none of my business and beyond my knowledge, it would be best for all of us if as little of that metal went north as possible, because the Galhadir intend to make themselves your problem very soon, everyone's problem. Which is again a half truth.
Heard. And he just kind of says that heard. He goes, anything else? Now's probably the time.
I'm sorry, what?
He says, anything else? Now's probably the time.
Anything else? I mean, with respect, Captain, there's lots else. The question is, how much do you want to involve yourself in the deep politic of the Antitheons?
Fair. To the deck with you. I have some thinking to do.
Thank you, Captain. Thank you for my life.
In fact, why don't you go downstairs and get yourself some food?
You are a very kind man. Thank you, Captain. I won't cause any trouble while I'm here unless you want me to. Got any?
You best not, lest you get waylaid back from whence you came.
I could get waylaid. He walks out.
And by that I mean the ocean, he yells as you walk away. And we'll cut back to you guys to have your conversation. I am listening. I will be peeing while you are peeing.
You'll be paying while we are paying? Okay.
So, who are you two, and where did you come from?
Um, well, I just came here from port, essentially. With a little friend over here. We were being chased, I was running away, and one thing led to another, and now I'm on the ship.
Well, this is a good ship to get away from things. As evidenced by what happened to me.
You're like in some
I'm
trouble,
not.
aren't you?
It's nothing that can't eventually be handled, but let's just say a criminal is not too happy with me.
Ah, okay. I see. Okay, alright. What about you, Zillow? Where are you from?
What? As I'm just kind of staring out a window.
What, bro? Where are you from, Zillow?
Oh, I'm from Sapphire Bay.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. My
Right.
dad had a fishing boat out there, and it was just kind of, the thing to be out there.
Is
And
that how you got on the
then
ship?
no, I took a swim, and I found myself here in Port Bliss, and
How do you take a swim and wait, where originally are you from?
Also, when he says the Sapphire Bay, that is hundreds of
Yeah.
miles away from here.
How do you take a
well,
swim and end up hundreds of miles away?
That's how.
well, I just kind of like lost track of like time, and I was just kind of following this feeling. It was like go that way, and I was just like, okay. And I really like the water.
Huh.
I used to spend
Uh,
hours in the Sapphire Bay, just floating, man. Just when I was like a good luck charm. Like I helped my dad catch fish, so you know,
so you just
I just
went swimming
yeah.
and then drifted hundreds of miles in not that long a time.
I didn't really like. Well, I'm not really sure how long it took. I mean, I was kind of like up and down in the water, but I wasn't really drifting. I just had a really good pace, Like I was in the zone, man. Like, have you ever just lost track where you just move? The freedom, the
It
Uh,
ocean, just
it
I
the
it
I
get
would
that.
lo-
water. It's
definitely.
spiritual.
I would
It's
lose track
spiritual,
while I.
man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. We need to go swimming. Let's go swimming. Right now. Let's just go. See what I mean? We'll just.
Right now?
It's so great. Yeah, man. I mean, what are we doing? We're just sitting in a cafe, like eating some fish.
No, this is the galley on a ship in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, yeah, like same thing.
No,
So,
not same thing.
so you would know that person, a regular person, could probably swim around 5 or 6 miles an hour if they're really, really badass.
A regular person.
A
Like,
regular person.
I mean,
I like
like,
how you say that. Just
I
a
also,
regular.
I also mean like in a pool. You know what I mean? Like not being buffeted by waves and shit. This
Oh,
dude swam hundreds of miles.
nah, dude. So okay, so like how the water like hits you, it's more like you go into the wave, man. Just into the wave.
I'm not even questioning it. I have no idea where Sapphire Bay is. I'm just like, cool.
Oh, it's this beautiful place, man. It's got all these minerals and stuff, and the water is just superb.
So, you specifically might know. Um, so
Hey,
Sapphire Bay
uh,
is
real, real,
Sap. Yeah, go for it.
real quick. Where is Port Bliss on the map? Is it next? Where? What
Uh,
location is it?
on the whole map or on the
The
smaller map?
Five Kingdoms.
Okay. You see in the middle where it says Ani.
Yes.
Okay, if you go just to the right of that, that's where
Okay. Okay.
you're from. And
Yeah.
if you go, see where those like trees, those woods right there are.
Ryazan?
No, no, no. Just to the right of Sapphire Bay, that like wooded section. Port Bliss is just at the top of that.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool.
So right where that little mountain ridge like cranes down about a third of the way through Brennus, that's Port Bliss right next to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. That was a good swim. I really enjoyed it.
Well, I see Axum Curse. I don't see Port Bliss. I see
Yeah, I
Phalite.
still haven't found it.
It's really small. It's right
It
next to the
really
ridge.
is,
Yeah, it's basically right under the Y in Raizan.
Just go
Thank
down,
you.
yeah. It's a little dot.
Yeah, you see that mountain range right there in the middle of the land
Got it now.
to the right of Ani? It's right there to the left of that.
And if it's easier, I did post a map of the Kingdom of Brennus just above the bird.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I see it. I was looking in the wrong place.
So where are those two maps in comparison to each other?
Okay, so your swimming thing that you just posted, the Five Kingdoms map is right there above that. And then if you scroll up, there's a picture of a
No,
bird.
no, no, no. I mean in the real world, like where are these land masses in relation to each other?
Oh, they're both on the Kingdom of Brennus. They're both Brennus.
I think what he's saying is, is there a real world equivalent? Like, did I swim around England, or like from the Gulf of Texas to Florida? Like, is that what you're asking?
What I'm asking is these are clearly two different maps. Where are they in relation to each other on the planet that they exist on?
Okay, in the Five Kingdoms map, that's everything.
Here, I'll share my
Oh,
screen real
okay.
quick. Okay, so share screen. All right, so the map that he's talking about of Brennus, Port Bliss is up at the top. This whole area is that small little map.
Oh. Well, that makes more sense now when you hold it right side up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then I guess you noticed that the professor's there looking over his shoulder, getting navigation wrong.
Yeah, so he's got like a blanket draped over his shoulders, but not particularly worried about keeping it closed.
Nah,
And
nah,
he's
it pokes out right at the bottom, just where you want it not to.
Right, the next man.
smoking a pipe.
Hey, Prof, I just want to let you know, like, your tackle's out of the box, man. Like,
Ah, who knows? Maybe I'll catch a fish.
oh yeah. Cool.
That's not a fish you want to catch, trust me.
I mean,
Well,
Barda
I
may
don't know.
cut it off and add
I've
it.
seen a couple of pieces of ass on your ship already.
I mean,
that,
Barda
Yeah.
may cut it off and add
Is
it
that
to
off
a
limits?
stew,
What's
but
the deal there?
There are in fact 3, and I mean 3 exactly, women on this ship.
Mm-hmm.
There is Barda, who you now see over there cooking. She is a hefty woman with a mole on her face.
As she
and
slams down a hatchet on top of a
Yeah.
sausage and it goes flying into the stew.
Oh, Dr. Shvantz shivers and says, "What a woman!"
you would struggle to call her handsome, but she is a tall human woman with broad shoulders. The other one is Mandee, the
No,
very
no,
very
you stop
small.
right there. I found the one I'm interested in.
Okay, all right, then we need to not go further. And at this point, by the way, she brings a couple of wooden cups, pours some tea, and then slides a couple of some bowls of like fish soup and some like half sandwiches to him.
Ah, thank you for the sandwich.
Oh my
Cool,
god.
cool, thank you.
Gift from the dead
Uh,
guy.
Miss Sparta, is this like spicy? Cause like I love spicy. Like, is there any like peppers or anything I can add to it? Like,
She walks over and she reaches into a bag, and then she comes back over to your soup, and she tosses uh, more than a pinch, not quite a handful of like dried red pepper flake.
Oh.
yes.
And and she goes, spicy, and then she walks away.
Wait, hold on, hold on. Wait, before you walk away, I see if I can catch her wrist and then just let go.
Uh, the second you grab her wrist, almost like a seasoned war veteran drawing a sword, she has a ladle in her hand. Her left, whatever the opposite hand that you grab it.
Oh, hold on there. I was just stopping to tell you that you're clearly the most beautiful cook on this ship, and that is not a lie. But I would like to attempt a charisma check. Or,
Okay, go for
or
it.
a persuasion.
Can I? Hold on. Can I give this disadvantage by looking at Talizar and be like, isn't she the only cook?
Yeah, she is the only cook.
She's firmly aware that she is the only cook.
Oh.
Oh, he got a 1.
Uh,
And she kind of looks you up and then down again, and then she goes, "Ocean's a cold place. Try again later."
so she's
Damn.
saying he turns back, so she's saying there's a chance. I heard her.
I put my arm around the professor. Put my arm around the professor, and I'm like, you did good, man. You want some soup?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Before that, I dip my finger into the soup and lick its super spiciness.
It's just it tastes fine. It's like
This
herbs,
is
some fresh vegetables, and then fish balls.
this is the type of soup that you add your own spices to. That way, everybody suits their own palate.
It's pretty good, actually.
But I will
I have
tell
cooking
you,
utensils, but I don't think I have any ingredients. Correct?
uh,
Okay, so I need to get some ingredients then.
but if you do tuck in or taste the soup, it is very good. In fact, she's the only cook on the ship for a reason. She is damn fine
good at her
craft.
job.
I am not tucking in. I'm all out, all in for this.
I look at her and be like,
slapping kids in the thighs.
I look at her across the galley, and I'm just like, it's really good, but like it could use a lot more heat. I'm just saying. Just, yeah.
Do you want to die? Like,
It's
Oh, I don't think
fucking
I
do
can
you
die.
do you want
with
her
all of
do you want
he's-
her to burn out the inside of your mouth? Like, seriously.
Yeah, man. Like
he
like
he
one of my
says that
favorites.
too. He says I don't think I can die, and he sounds serious.
I'd like to burn out the inside of her backside.
Oh my god, you are gonna be a dead man.
I mean, you don't know. I mean, sometimes, my dad annoyed the shit out of my mom, and that's why she ended up falling for him. Like, he was like a tapeworm that just got into her head, and she just
Annoy a woman
gave
until she
up.
falls in love with you. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
she just gave up. But they've been happy for like years, man.
Is that what you're trying to do, Mr. Naked Man? Trying to marry this cuckoo?
I don't think he's
I mean,
gonna
he
marry
might
her. I think
be.
he just wants to fuck her.
Yeah, he almost looks like like shocked when you say marriage.
Who, me?
Yeah, like he's like, "Do you want to marry her?"
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Well, I just got here. I only just met her. Holy shit, you move fast. Where are you from?
Me? I'm from the Wilds, man.
All right, you people, here. Have some of this. And he holds out the tobacco pipe. Have some of this, son. You need to slow down.
Okay. Just put it in my mouth. I blow on it instead of huffing.
Just shoots out everything.
What? Is that how you do it?
God.
No,
Man, you're
that's
supposed to
you-
inhale, not exhale. Ugh.
Yeah, okay.
and hold it for as long as you can.
Yeah, just
Hold
At
it, hold it, hold it. Keep going, Sonny. If you're getting red, it means it's working. I slap him
that's
on the back really hard.
Okay. And at this point, there was literally nothing in the pipe, so you just were holding your breath.
Oh, I thought okay.
No, because you just blew everything out of it.
I thought I like inhaled some like residue
Nope.
of ash or whatever. But okay.
Nope, all of it's just all over the table.
I think I was just holding
uh,
my breath.
She like comes back. She comes back over with a rag and like looks at you like, "What are we doing with you?" And then like wipes up the ash and then goes back to cooking.
Sorry, I think I did this wrong. How do you...
it's okay, man. It's really unhealthy. You really shouldn't. Just it's not good for the lungs. Just
What he said.
While holding your breath?
No,
yeah, just that too.
don't actually smoke that ever.
Well, if you hold your breath
Oh.
long enough, you might actually like get injured. So I mean,
Right,
you might
okay.
you'll pass out, but
And Mandee, what are you doing while they're having their little powwow?
I was just about to say I came about halfway, and I had a stealth of 24, and I'm dangling from like a chandelier above everybody, and then I start giggling once Dandil blows the pipe stuff all over the place.
I look up.
So
Do I
yeah,
see
you
her there?
look up and you see fucking the midget child of Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, well, there you are. Uh,
Hi.
you sneaky little thing.
Hello.
Why don't you come down here and join us?
But it's so fun up here.
I know, but it's hard to eat up there, isn't it? Especially
No,
soup.
she's got the bowl. She's got the bowl like right way up, but she's drinking it upside down and just.
Little
You
drip
are a
on
very
upper forehead.
interesting person.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you took that as a compliment.
I'm gonna take a look at what Everett is doing. What is Everett doing right now? Is he just plopped down on the floor eating or snapping or whatever?
Well, what are you gonna feed him?
Oh, like whatever, like the lunch plate he brought over.
Okay, yeah, there's like fishball soup and fucking a sandwich.
Is he
Uh,
eating that too?
you also know that it's a baby bird and you have to help it.
Okay, so yeah, I just like put down like the pipe or whatever. Just like, all right, okay, yeah, hold on. I just, like start like trying to feed it like the fish balls or whatever.
can I assist with a? I'm proficient in animal handling, so can I give him advantage?
Sure, yeah, you can roll animal handling and see how you take this or how it takes.
All right, let's try it. Okay, first one's not that good of a roll. The other one is 22. Let's go.
Okay, so you kind of lean down, you
No,
kind
man,
of
you gotta like crush the food, man. You gotta like
yeah.
yeah like
Oh, so
that.
it's like mush it.
Yeah, well, you could put it in your
Hmm.
mouth. That's how they normally do it, but I don't think you want to be like that close to it.
Uh,
Just
apparently I'm
saying.
gonna be bonding this thing for life, maybe. So I don't know.
Oh, then baby bird it, man. Just right into its mouth.
If you say so, and I just chew up the food and just yak it up.
Yeah, it seems pretty happy with that.
Shvantz hears right into its mouth and gets excited.
Uh,
And after
Whoa,
it
whoa, 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 whoa. What did I do now?
after it gulps some of the fish down, it goes face first again, uh, down on the deck, and it starts sleeping again. Yeah, again, it's a baby. It's gonna sleep a lot for a while.
Can I get like a little? Can I get like a cloth and just kind of drape it over it and just be like, I'm gonna hum it a lullaby while it's sleeping.
Okay.
is that what you do to baby birds? You just sing to them?
I just kind of sing to everything when it sleeps, you know.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I got just a trick then. And by the way, do I still have my flute on me or not really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I just start playing the flute and like a nice little melody.
I look around for my cricket.
Also, I posted a picture. That is how owls actually sleep, by the way.
Oh yeah, well, baby owls, yeah, they like can't stand upright, so they just
That
like.
is insanely funny.
It is fucking hilarious. They look like people in fucking furry costumes taking a nap. Yeah,
Fucking
you
face down.
just fucking.
Oh,
Does not care about anything else.
hey, Barda, can I get a bowl? I need to take it to Leahy. I need to make sure he gets something to eat. I mean, guy seems kind of,
and
lost.
and you do have your cricket, by the way. The second that you like think, oh, is my cricket here?
Yeah.
And as soon as you do, you guys all hear like two little chirps from and when you like look around, you see on top of Shvantz's head is a silver cricket.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh my god. And so as soon as he's got the attention in the room, he looks over at Mandee. Is she still hiding, or is she like there now?
No, she's
No,
like
I'm
up.
dangling from the chandelier.
Yeah, she's like in the rafters, kind of.
Well,
Like,
young lady, you've got some skills on a ship, but can you read? Do you want some reading skills on you?
Of course I can read. Silly.
All right. Well, do you have any arithmetic skills on you?
I don't know.
Would you like some arithmetic skills in you?
yeah, you would know that arithmetic is like counting and stuff, and you count a whole lot of the shit that the captain gives you, so you.
Can I get some math
Oh.
lessons? Like, I've never really been good at like the whole like multiplication.
No, and Shvantz looks over at you, and which is your character's name? Is it Zillow?
Zillowin.
Zillowin.
Uh,
Okay.
j- just Zill, man. Just like chill with a
Okay.
Z.
It's like a cold feeling when I'm naked and I'm just hanging out with a bunch of friends.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the thing that's shortening the length of the tackle. Yeah.
All right, Zill. Well, it actually is my profession. So I'll tell you what. I will teach you. You can learn to read, or you can learn arithmetic, whatever you like. I'll do some lessons with you, and in return, you'll owe me a favor.
Oh, that's real nice of you, 'cause like I I like helping people.
That's uh, that's very sweet of you, lad. And he pats his head. I don't know. He probably can't reach it though.
I'll bend down. Like I'm 6'2", so I'll just kind of like bend down for you.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't reach it. Thank you, thank you. And give a little pat.
Remind
Oh
me of my
wow,
grandfather.
such hair, such beautiful hair. Wow.
Yeah, you remind me of my grandfather. Like he was short.
I could be your grandfather.
I don't think
You
he
need
was
a grandfather.
what you are. Hey, Barda, can I get some soup to go? I need to take it to Leahy.
He'll eat. She tells you he'll eat. He'll eat when everybody else eats. It's fine.
Okay, I thought I was supposed to serve him. He told me I was.
Ah! And then
Yeah.
she just goes back to chopping shit, seemingly unnecessarily. Like she was just kind of sitting on a stool before you guys got in, and now she's like, I guess it's time to make dinner.
This is the cook.
Yeah, the cook.
Mr. Talizar, like, do I need to fetch things for Master Leahy? Like, is that like my job?
Hold on. I have to ask, what is your arrangement with my uncle?
Who, me?
No, not you, Mandee. Chaz here.
What?
Zillowin.
I look around and like try to find who's Chaz. I'm like, is there a new person?
You, Zillowin, you. You said,
Oh no, man, it's just Zill, like chill, like with a Z.
yeah, hence why I said Chaz.
No, it's Zill, Zill.
Yes,
I
and
look
then
over at the
chill.
professor and I'm like, I think he needs reading lessons.
I don't.
Oh, another one.
No.
One.
I do not.
You're gonna be teaching us so much. It's gonna be so
These,
awesome. We're gonna get
these
so
poor
smart.
idiot children, they didn't ever learn to read.
My mom's gonna be so happy when she hears like I finally got arithmetic down.
Anyways, Chaz, that's your new name
What?
now. What is
Yeah.
your arrangement with my uncle?
Oh well, the captain dude. I kind of gave him a bunch of coin, and I told him he has to tell me when to get off the ship because that's when the voice told me to. He said to just get on the ship and go until it tells me, till the fat man tells me like where I'm going.
Okay, so if you gave him coin, that means you're a passenger. That means you don't do anything. You are.
Elven guy, the elven guy told me to get him like some tea and stuff, and I thought that was just the way things
What elven
work.
guy?
Oh, there's this guy that lives in the that's across my. I tell him about the gentleman in the room across from me.
Okay.
He
So
he told me his name was Leahy.
the room, the room. That's the guy that's been like that you've never seen the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
and so now you apparently you know that his name is apparently Leahy.
Yeah, like I introduced myself, and he was like, "Get me some tea," and so I went and got him
You
some tea.
you realize you don't actually have to do things that people tell you to when you're a paying passenger, right?
Oh, I just like to help people, Taz. It's all good, man.
Uh,
And
it's
at this point,
Tanizan.
at this point, I stopped playing
Oh,
Flute
I'm
Link.
So if
Zill.
anything, Tanny would be a better acronym.
I'm Zill, and you're Mr. Talizar,
Like
so I thought
chill,
Taz.
No, it's not
But with the
Talazin,
Z.
it's
bro.
Tanizan,
So
Talizar.
so at this point, the flute stops. The
Oh,
bird the bird is snoring,
wait.
Oh, he's so
Pepe?
cute.
Uh,
and you hear some thumps down the stairs as if somebody very heavy is coming down.
I'm gonna look towards the stairs and see who it is.
And the captain comes into the mess.
I stand for the captain.
How's it going, Uncle?
I'm staring at
Stands for the
I'm
captain.
staring out one of the. I'm staring out one of the portholes again.
it's not-
And the captain walks over and he sits down at the end of the table,
I
pulls
sit
up a
down.
chair. He goes, "All right, folks, here's the deal. I'm taking you down to White Cliff. It's far away. It'll take us a while to get there. But once you get there, you can make your way over to River Run, should be safe, and figure out where you're going from there."
Where
Uh,
is
Telling me to
Whiterun
get
at?
off the boat.
Well, White Cliff is over on the east side of Kingdom of Granite.
yeah, on the like southeast side.
White Cliff, okay.
So, are you telling me to like get off the boat?
Not yet,
Oh, okay.
but in a couple weeks when we get there, I think it's best if you guys get off.
Me too.
Oh, like all of us, like we're together now. Like, is that what
If-
we're doing?
And he like looks up at Mandee like not particularly surprised. He goes, if you want to go with them. So
I mean, I'd have to ask the voice, but I think they're cool.
Um,
Guys
His
gonna
voice
teach me-
is there. I
Son,
thought
this
you
one's
didn't
gonna-
want to hear
This one's gonna
voices.
teach me how to like do like arithmetic.
son, hearing voices ain't a good thing. Really
Oh,
wasn't
no,
a
it's
good
okay.
really wasn't a good thing 100 years ago when magic was a thing.
I look at my uncle and I'm like, when you head back to Ani, can you tell my mom that I'm okay? Cause she's gonna freak
course.
the fuck out when she hears about what I did.
Oh, so
Yeah,
he's
you
his
should
real
write-
uncle.
You should
Yeah,
write
that's
your
his
mom a
that's
letter.
his actual uncle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
see,
should write your
'cause
mom
a
a
lot of people
letter.
call him uncle.
No, I'm actually related to him. He is my
Yeah,
mother's brother.
yeah,
No,
you
I'm just
guys.
a lot of
It,
a lot of the crew calls him uncle instead of captain, and
hmm
so I thought that you were just like calling him uncle.
yeah, in your time on the ship, which has been short for most of you, you would notice a fair number of people. Barda, in fact, who seems to be older than Dovos, even she calls him Uncle Dovos.
So, at this point, I'm like, fuck. And I get up and I head back to my room so that I can
All right.
talk to Scarrow.
Wait, wait. And he tells you to sit down.
Shut your ass down, boy.
And he goes, I need to know something.
Yes.
And it's kind of important. Professor, I've already checked you out.
Yeah, you checked a lot of me out. I noticed where your eyes were going,
Yeah,
Captain.
that ain't what I mean. And he reaches into his coat pocket and he pulls out a he pulls something out that seems to be glowing, and it's a small pink rock, about the size of like a large marble.
Is that my pink
Oh,
rock?
And
oh,
it's not.
is that my pink rock?
Your pink rock was actually Ginsu's pink rock,
So,
and
so
then
that's my
Rock?
pink rock.
Shvantz, your pink rock is the same thing that this is made out of, but this is not Mandee and
No, no, this is
Mandee's
child's
pink.
play. The pink rocks I used to deal with were much larger. This is pedestrian.
Do you know what a seeker stone is? And he holds it up, and like I said, it's glowing slightly.
Oh,
Nope.
would I know what a secret stone is?
No, I do not.
Uh,
No.
you can roll me nature or arcana, everybody, if you want to know.
Is it my pink rock?
Damn.
Is it my pink rock?
I
It's
gotta.
the captain's fucking pink rock.
I think what I meant was, what is it? The same material, the same element.
Yes, yes, it is a seeker stone. Yes.
Understood.
I got a
Uh,
22 Arcana.
so okay, so everybody with a 15 and up, uh, you know that seeker stones are used by the Kadarian anti-theots to track magic. Secret stones glow in the presence of magic, and for the most part, they haven't glowed in quite some time.
Oh damn.
Shvantz, you know this already. It was
I
part of
really
your.
do know this already.
Yeah, you very much do. Uh, and he goes, "Watch," and he reaches over and he places it in Shvantz's hand. And when he does, it begins to glow very brightly.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh-oh.
That's a neat party trick, right? That's a deception roll.
That means that you're magical, dude.
What is
No,
magic?
no, listen, let me stop you right there, son. It's just simulated. It's just simulated. All of this is, in fact, is probably a simulation, okay?
What do
You
you
guys have
mean by
Don't
that?
think about it too hard.
you guys have no idea what a simulation is, first of all, and secondly, if you guys want, you can roll insight.
Roller.
Roll, roll me that insight.
Roll me the insight, buddy.
One of my rolls had to suck eventually.
Fair enough. And
I think the professor's right. This is like some type of emulation.
so,
Emulation.
uh,
What do you mean
Sounds like
emunation?
You know,
and
like insemination.
Like, what do you mean by
It's
emulation?
artificial insemination.
he's inseminating the rock.
so, uh, Tanizan, you're the only one that made the check.
Oh shit.
Uh, something about what the professor's saying. You know, he's either holding back or just straight up lying about something.
Uh-huh.
You're not sure what, but you know he is.
Yeah.
There's always one in every class. Learn that lesson,
I'm
please.
gonna keep that to myself for a little bit.
And the captain looks over and he nods, and he
Hey,
tells
can I try to
you,
inseminate the rock?
he tells you to hand it over to the blonde kid.
Hey, chill. Come over here. I got something that's very Zill for
Hey,
you.
chill.
Very simple.
I walk over to him.
He places the rock in your hand, and
Oh, cool! I inseminated it.
it begins to glow very brightly.
I
Congratulations,
inseminated
you're
it too.
officially a seaman.
Whoa!
And one by one, he has you all hand it to each other, and you hand it to him. He hands it to
He
him.
gets a hand from her, they get a hand job from them.
And
Everyone gets a hand job.
And then it gets to
Ma-
me, and it just doesn't glow.
glows very brightly, as a matter of fact.
Oh, what?
Oh, what? Indeed.
Dude, you're like us. You
It
inseminated the rock.
glows for you. It glows for Dandil. And Mandee, you're just up there. It wasn't glowing when the captain was holding it necessarily, or at least it was very dim. And you're just watching these guys hand the rock, and the rock glows, and it vibrates a little bit almost. It kind of looks fun.
Are we all seamen now?
I don't think that's what that means.
Okay.
I trust
Listen,
the
you're all
professor.
seamen to me.
I'm still confused.
I trust the professor. I think we're all seamen. Except for you, you're a sea lady.
You're all. And he looks at you and he goes, "You're all bloody magic, is what it means, you bastards."
What is that?
Oh, I'm not magic, but the god that's in my head, he's magic.
It's a simulation. How many times do I have to tell you this?
Did he give me the stone too?
No, they were all just handing it back and forth, but you're watching from above.
Okay.
And I mean,
Since I'm
it looks neat.
6'2", can I reach her?
Maybe if you stand and jump.
Okay, I'll hand her the stone.
Okay, so he jumps up and
I'll
he
climb up on one of the tables.
hands it off to you as well, and it glows for you too.
You're a sea lady.
Hooray!
No, he's.
She starts
that's not
spinning back and
magic.
forth.
So, do you guys have a god in your head
Well,
too?
that really takes her out of the running for me.
For. This is gonna be a long journey.
Oh, I have friends. That's cool.
And the captain kind of looks up at Mandee and he's like, "You too, huh?"
I guess
Hey,
so.
Barda. Hey, Barda, can you come see if you can inseminate this rock?
I'm sorry, Captain.
No, no, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
She starts
And
tearing up a little bit.
Yo,
Listen,
Mandy,
Barda,
why
can
are you
She
tearing
really,
up?
she
It's
really
not
feels like she did
bad.
something bad.
No, it's not bad. You didn't do anything wrong.
I give the rock to Barda.
Barda grabs it and it does not glow whatsoever.
Oh,
Oh, Bart, listen, if you want, I can give you a little bit of my magic.
oh, you can inseminate her?
Persuasion or a charm check, please.
Okay, it's been fairly recent that you failed once,
I'm
so
doing
do it
it
at
again.
a disadvantage.
Okay, what am I doing? Persuasion or like a charisma check?
Persuasion. That's a 10. She just goes, eh, and then she goes back behind the counter and starts cooking.
Oh, she's a tough style, really playing hard to get, Captain.
All right, I gotta head to work. I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm gonna get on my phone.
Okay.
Roger
Drive
Dodger.
safe, buddy.
For work this late?
Yeah, I'm working a couple of night shifts this week to cover one of my guys.
Yeah, I still haven't got my return yet. It's August.
I wish somebody would cover Dr. Schwan.
Like his penis?
Well, how about you get have they dried my clothes out yet?
Uh, and in fact, the captain kind of goes, "Oh yeah, here," and he like tosses a pair of breeches at you.
Oh, are they like the ones that I came here in?
No, but they're, you know,
All right, all right. I put
all
them on.
right.
I put them on.
This is why I wear leather. It just sheds water, man. Just saying, you should think about it, just leather.
I don't know if I could rock it the way you do, if you don't mind me saying. I'm no spring chicken.
Nah, I get it. My mom always said I was pretty cute.
Yeah, was she pretty cute?
Yeah,
Where-
yeah, she was really pretty.
Where's your mama?
She's in Sapphire Bay.
Okay.
Oh, really? Maybe sometime we go see your mother and tell her what a nice young son she's got.
When you say this, he gets a very like haunted look on his face. Yeah, we
Oh.
could go home some point.
Oh, I'd like to insight check that, please.
What'd you get?
He got a 22.
Anything that you want that I might discern from the look?
I will message you if that's okay.
Cheers. Anyway, go on.
And so the Barda kind of, as she walks away, she just kind of rolls the rock across the table back to the captain. And it kind of, as it passes by each one of you, it flares up just a bit. Womp, 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 womp. And he snaps his hand down on the table and puts it back in his pocket. And he says,
What the hell was that?
"We're going to head in that direction. I think I know where we are well enough to go, and it'll be night soon, so we'll figure this all out as we
Yeah, but
sail."
what was the rock doing?
Oh, it was glowing.
No, it was vibrating and moving until you slammed your hand down on it.
Oh no, Barda rolled it across the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just as it was passing each one of you, it was glowing like in proximity.
Oh, okay.
Professor's just like quietly saying her name. Marta. Oh. A woman like that. A woman like that.
You're just gonna sleep with this hefty older lady.
A woman like that hasn't gotten laid in a long time. Do you know how much energy they have? Think about that, lads.
I mean, I'm sure she lays down like all the time.
Boy, we really got to get you reading.
I could read pretty good.
Huh.
Who am I giving lessons to?
Math for me.
All right. Well, how about we start in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hey, Taz, can I talk to you for a second?
What's up?
Just kind of, I want to pull you off to the side a little bit.
Okay.
Hey, your uncle, he seems really like knowledgeable about this stuff, and your rock glowed like when it was my rock, and have you like met something like big?
No. But everybody glowed. Well, almost everybody glowed when they held the rock. So it's not
Yeah,
just
but
me.
you seemed surprised, and I was just wondering if like you met a big thing yet, and
No, I haven't met a big thing. I'm not sure exactly what
Okay,
you're
well-
talking about.
well, if you do, just know I'm here for you, because it's a lot, and you know, it can be scary but cool, and I just want you to know you're not alone.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, not a problem, man. Not. Yeah. Can I call you like a friend?
Sure. I mean, do you not
I
have a
don't
lot
really
of
have
friends or
friends.
something?
No, the kids back in my town, they didn't like me because I was pretty, and they like picked on me.
Oh,
And my
that's
mom always said
mean.
it's because they weren't pretty, and like I was like, hey, you guys are beautiful, and then they'd like tie me to like a post and like smear fish guts all over me.
What
But
the
you know,
hell?
it's it's fine, cause like you know I'm a fisherman, so it's like I didn't even mind. Like,
That's not right, man. That you
well,
should be
you
okay
know,
with that.
people deal with things
That's
in their own way, you know. Like
yeah, but that's.
I feel
Do you know what bullying is?
well, yeah, but I just felt bad for them, you know, because like think about how much pain they were in. That they felt like they need to hurt me to make themselves feel better, and they
Yeah,
couldn't
but
hurt me.
that's still not okay. Like,
It's
damn.
all good, man. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay,
Like,
but
you know, I was able to help them. I helped them like get something out of them. I think, you know, like so maybe they didn't hurt somebody else.
I don't know if
Sometimes
that's
we
how
just
that
help people
works.
without knowing it.
I don't
I
know.
just want you to know, man, that I'm here for you if you need something. That's all.
Okay, that's cool and all.
I posted my inspiration for Barda there on the Godsfall channel.
I love it.
I saw that. That's something.
I could see it.
Like Big Mama cooking over here.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Except she has a big ass mole on her face, and you know she's dressed all fantasy style.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, Miss Bart, I can cook. I pull out a spatula. I got my. I'm just saying if you need some help.
And she like taps the table that she like chops on and everything. And she goes, "Nobody cooks on this ship but me."
Okay.
I pat him on his back and was like, just let it be, dude. Just let it be.
And
Okay, but let me ask you this: have you ever been grilled?
Oh
feel
my
like I've been being
god.
grilled for the last 20 minutes.
What about
Oh,
stuffed?
oh my dear god.
I don't think she's
Good
biting your
God.
bait.
Skewered?
I'm just saying I don't think she's biting your bait. Like
This guy is gonna
maybe
die, and I'm gonna
maybe it's just something you can
laugh.
go at in the future, you know? I'm just saying it's
She does
you
seem
know
to
it's
be a hard woman.
And he doesn't seem to be. The professor like sees it and just is not giving up apparently.
Oh,
But
okay.
he's also not
for
being
too long.
grabby at all. He's not touching her. He's not making moves at her. He's just holding eye contact with her and
Roll
smiling.
initiative.
She's and she's just chopping. She's just chopping the
Chapping
veg.
away. Chapping.
Like rolling her
Probably
eyes at
sitting
And
over
you.
here going, that motherfucking
so,
halfling.
so the captain turns and looks at all of you and he goes, "All right. So, since y'all seem to be, I don't know, the same of something, whatever the hell you are,
we could be friends.
I I think I think we should try to figure out whatever it is that my nephew found. Eh? Does that sound good?"
Yes, I do agree.
Sure, alright.
And so he'll I don't think I don't think Riku's in here at the second.
I'm here.
No.
Oh, okay. So he goes he says go down decks, bring that pink rock.
Aye, sir. And then she does like this little double somersault off the raptor and
Woof,
then
woof, woof.
lands like a superhero landing thing and then darts off into one of the vents.
I heard it's hard on the knees.
And so she like slides into a vent. Like in fact, you don't really know what you would need a vent on a ship for. It's kind of
It's
seems
there.
yeah, it just is there. And she like opens it, jumps in, and then a few minutes later, she comes back, and she has a box, and in her hands.
Are the vents to like let the water out?
No, they're for airflow.
It's to that's good enough.
There's ulterior motives for these vents, but yeah, let's leave it at air.
And so
I'm feeling some straight up imposter vibes. I'm just saying.
he takes the box from you, and he unlocks it with a key, and he opens it, and there is a large pink stone inside.
All right, guys, I'll be back in just a minute.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, what is that thing?
And it looks different from the seeker stones that he was showing you before.
Well, what does it do? What is this thing?
We don't know.
Huh. Can I touch it?
I don't see why not.
Alright. I reach out and just grab it.
All right, make me a Constitution check. Save.
As he does this, I just shake my head, going, "That's what caused us to get out here in the middle of the fucking ocean to begin with."
A 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I make a?
Give me just one second.
Can I make a like a acrobatics or sleight of hand to try and keep him from grabbing it?
At this point, he just like reached out and grabbed it. So give me just a sec.
You must now deal with the consequences.
I like visual representation, so I believe that I have a picture of this.
Is it going in Godsfall or the sub chat?
It'll go in Godsfall. I just have to find it on my phone, which is so much fucking slower for PDF.
GM, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Since we teleported or whatever the ship did, do I feel closer to that feeling?
You feel the same amount close to that feeling. It with the exception of you're not in the actual ocean.
We're not?
No, you're on the ocean in a ship. You are not in the ocean.
Oh, okay. So I need to be in the water to feel it? Like updating a signal?
You feel it fucking strong, but you know that it's like a rush when you are physically in the ocean.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I just have to crop this picture here. There we go. So that is what the stone looks like. It's like a purplish stone with a little bit of pink inside of it. Almost the shape of an eye.
Is it different from the pink stone the captain was handing us?
Yes, the colors are kind of inverted. but they share. It shares the same colors, but the purple is stronger here instead of the pink being stronger on the other stone.
So what does it do to me?
So, sec. All right, for everybody else, you see Dandil just pass out. He touches this purple stone. It's an oval that swirls with pink and purple light or energy inside of it. He reaches over, he touches it, and he just passes out face forward.
Whoa.
13 to catch him.
Yeah, that's fine. You catch him.
Just like an inch before he hits the, like grab him by the back of the shirt so it stops like an inch before he hits the deck. And
Okay,
then just gently lower him down.
I throw my blanket over it.
perfect.
My face lands on the ball area where you're covering yourself.
And then I teabag whoever it was that fell.
It was
Yeah.
it was Dandil, but just
Oh.
a
Giggity.
second.
It was an accident. Sorry, it was an accident. Really.
Taz, is he okay?
And he's just out.
I'm just finishing my
Now-
soup, just not even dealing with it.
Dandil, you, however, for you, what you see is you touch this stone, and all of a sudden, the walls, the tables, the materials, everything shifts to this almost pinkish purple mist.
Like the room is filled with mist, essentially.
And kind of like in the shape of what's around you. So it's still the shape of the walls, the shape of the table, the shape of, the fork, the shape of the ceiling, but it's all this pinkish energy.
Right.
And the first thing you notice is your body, because it's right in front of you, just face first in a blanket.
Oh, I threw the blanket over the object. Sorry.
Oh, well, okay. So it is you're basically your face first, and you're being lowered down onto what's in front of you by actually by Zillowin, and you think it's Zillowin, but he's made up of cresting waves and ocean creatures. The depths of the sea are his eyes, just this black, infinite depths of the sea. You see all of the water for all of the earth churning around him. And you turn and you look, and Shvantz, there is a tornado above him, just of thoughts and ideas of
Oh.
different things being pulled and ripped into his mind from everywhere.
And it doesn't appear to be a weather tornado. It appears to
No.
be.
It is thought. It is the mind. It seems like
Brain matter.
any sort of knowledge, any kind of thing.
Arcane check, please.
Well, you're not seeing this. Only he's seeing this.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You turn and you look over at let's see, who is next. You turn and you see Mandee, and Mandee has long robes, and it's almost hilarious. There is a huge beard and like a walking stick. She has this like big beard hanging down that's kind of connected, but not really. Like, you know, she's a woman and a halfling, so it's not like she really has a big old beard. But you see it. You see in her eyes, you see, you kind of get sucked in and you see different places and different landmarks and things inside of her eyes. And finally, your eyes settle on Tanizan. And he looks like himself, but more. He is sturdier and stronger, and he looks more alive than you've ever seen any person look. His skin looks rough and hard. He looks hardy, and he looks like if you stabbed him in the chest with a sword, it probably wouldn't pierce his flesh.
Can I like move at all, or am I just like observing all of
Oh, you absolutely can move.
Okay. So like I tried to like touch each and every one of them individually, see like what the reaction is. What do I get from that?
They don't seem to react.
Is he actually touching us,
But
or is he unconscious to us?
he's unconscious to you.
Oh, okay. Got it.
They don't seem to react, but when you reach your hand out to one of them, we'll say Zillowin, he's probably the closest to you.
Alright.
When you reach your hand out, you notice that your arm, and later when you look down, your whole body is covered in a cloak of animals, of minks and hares and, you know, rats, of birds, even small depictions of larger animals like boars and wolves, and they're all just surrounding you in this great big cloak of creature.
Just like, you know, like examine the cloak, like, you know, like doing like some laundry, like stretch it out, like look over it, like crazy.
And it's at this point when you're looking down that you notice the owl. And the owl, it shimmers just a little bit. And then from your perspective, it seems like everything's moving very slow. And then a blanket slaps down on the table. And as Zillowin is lowering you down, your arm moves and you lose contact with the gem and you shoot awake. The world looks regular again.
What? Wow, that was quite a dream.
Yeah, that's to be expected.
I think I'm fine. Mandee had a beard in my dream, and Zill, you look like you were made out of water. And Naked Man looked like a storm.
Oh.
This
Hey.
whole thing is confusing. Let's go to something else, though. I'll tell you that much.
And Shvantz, when he says a storm, it triggers something in your memory when you did your experiment of that storm.
Mm-hmm. And I just insight checked that at 23. Like his description of his dream.
Yeah, the way he describes it sounds identical to what happened to you.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
When the tether latched onto you, essentially when that storm attached itself to whatever you assume you're being, it visually it looked identical to this. Oh, one last thing was on top of the professor's head is that cricket. That cricket glowed brightly, pink and purple, just like those stones.
And the owl.
And in it, You
The
saw
owl, right?
the owl shimmered a bit, yep. But in it, you saw what seemed like it seemed to flicker between as many bugs as almost as you had ever seen.
I don't know what that stone is exactly, but wow. Yeah. I don't know how to put my words around it. You guys should
Um,
touch it. It's something.
I lean in close to Dandil, and I'm just like, you saw you saw the voice in my head, didn't you? You
I
saw
saw
him.
it. I don't know who him is, but like I said, you were made out of water and other stuff.
Yeah,
There was like
you
smoke everywhere. It was fucking nuts.
I wonder, maybe the simulation has gotten out of hand and it's gone out farther than I had expected.
Is it because we inseminated the stone or whatever?
I don't think it's because of that at all.
Okay.
The stone was just a way to detect magic, and that's it.
I still don't know what that is though, but it's crazy.
What did
Is
you
this what
see?
magic is?
What did you see when you looked at me?
You look like you, but like extra.
What?
Like I don't know, like nothing could bother you. Like if I like shanked you in the gut, you would just chill about it, essentially. If
As
that makes
soon as
sense.
he said that, I remember the arrow that got lodged in my back, and how it doesn't even hurt anymore.
Yeah, in fact, it didn't hurt that bad. I mean, it hurt, but it felt like a cut,
Yeah.
not like you got shot with an arrow.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm
I'm just like, oh shit.
I'm going to go sit down next to the gem where I won't fall, and I'm going to touch it with one finger.
Okay, roll me Constitution check. Save.
9.
You also fall unconscious. You
See,
pass.
that's what I did, I think.
You pass out. You see everything that I just described to him, except you see Dandil in significantly better detail because you can actually see him from your perspective, and he is covered in this cloak of animals. In fact, you see a little tendril, very thin, uh, floating out between him and the owl, and an even smaller, thinner one, a gossamer cord, maybe like a spider web, just floating between him and that cricket as well.
Okay. And do I see anything specific about Taz?
No, just
Andrian?
how I described him to
Okay.
Dandil as well. He
Fit.
just looks like
Robust.
full of life, full of vitality, full of everything that makes a person living and alive. And his skin looks rough, almost like a shell, but not. I mean, it's still flesh, but it looks hard.
Like a comic book in the 1990s.
Yeah, there you go.
Before I have a chance to wake up, I'm just going to say the name of the being and see if anything happens.
Okay, one sec.
I don't think this is saying it out loud, so.
Okay. So you say Sito, and you feel the ocean. And
Am I
that
on the
is,
right path?
you feel like you might be.
When I come through, I'm just gonna look at
Mhm.
Tanzia and just go, "You look way weaker and sicker
Tanizan.
now."
And you know what? The thing is, he looks like a pretty healthy, buff, like he has spent most of his life
I
honing himself.
I
And
look at him and I'm like, what do you mean weaker and sicker?
and compared to what he looked
Yeah,
like
exactly. That's what I'm
there,
saying.
he does look sick almost. It's
The stone.
compared to what he
Everyone,
looked.
just touch it.
Yes.
Everyone touch the
I
stone.
I walk over and I close the case. I was like, I
No, dude, you
no
gotta touch it.
no that's enough of that. I've already touched this once. That's how we ended up here in the middle of the
No, dude,
ocean.
we've already.
It's
Okay,
not gonna
okay,
happen.
I get your fear, man. We're already in the middle of the ocean, and two people have touched it, and nothing weird has happened. But dude, you got to see this.
Yeah, but it
We
wasn't
all
me who
It was
touched it.
crazy. There was this weird gossamer thread going from like, oh, that's a cool word. I didn't know I knew that word. There's this weird like thread thing going between like the cricket and Dandil.
I look at my uncle and I was like, "Can I get a lock for this box? Cause I think I'm gonna keep this on me."
Dude, you guys gotta touch it.
Can I go over
Can we put this
to
to a
the
vote?
item and have it wrapped in the blanket and pick up the blanket in such a way that the weight of the stone is kind of like falling down? You know what I'm saying?
You mean
Like
yeah, yeah, I
wrapping
know
it
what
in
you
the
mean.
blanket so I'm not touching it.
You're like trying to turn the blanket into like a pouch or something.
Yeah, yeah,
almost.
like a sling or a pouch kind of thing. Okay, so
Um,
I do that.
okay, two things. First, Mandee, if it's possible, I know you're driving. Uh, can you roll?
Oh, I've been talking this whole time. My mic's been up.
Oh fuck.
Jesus.
Well,
Uh,
I'm not driving anymore. I'm at work now.
okay, then can you roll me a? Let's see. Either I want you to make me two rolls. Actually, I want you to make me a an Arcana check, and I want you to roll me a straight Wisdom or Intelligence check. Okay,
21 and 15.
okay, that is enough. Uh, you realize that when the ship teleported, it was when you picked up the stone.
Okay.
And
So,
then and
Professor,
Shvantz kind
Professor,
of
if you
yeah.
could just put it back in the box.
I'm sorry. Say it again. I didn't hear you.
Sorry, Professor, if you could put the stone back in the box.
Sure, sure, sure. 1 second.
Shouldn't we take like a vote or something? Like, you guys gotta feel this.
So I go and I'm holding the thing, and I did a deception roll against Tanizan. If you want to insight check that, you're welcome to.
Okay.
I have the thing held in the blanket, and I get myself a pillow, and I guess I'm nude again, huh?
15. I got a
No,
inside of 15.
you have breeches on.
I got breeches on. That's right. That's right. So basically, at a 15 for deception.
Yeah, he just beat. He
You
just.
you can tell that I'm humoring you when I said that, when I said sure, sure. So can I find like a sofa, a chair, a nice place to sit down anywhere in the room here, or are we in
I
a
mean,
mess hall?
you're in like a mess hall, so you're basically sitting at a table with benches. There's the
All right.
table.
I go over to the nearby wall and I just sit my ass down against the corner of the wall and my back up against the wall, and I like lean in a little bit, and I'm still holding the thing, And just as a scientific test, what I do is I place it on the ground, and only holding the sheet or the blanket around it, I pull it closer to me and let it kind of on the inside of the blanket just sort of touch my knees, my inner thigh, basically.
Nothing happened.
Okay, then I unwrap it and I bring it closer and I put both hands on it.
On the bare stone.
Correct.
Roll
I'm
me.
still arguing with Tanizan because I don't know that he has the stone.
Roll me a Constitution save. And just like the two before you, you are out like a light.
Okay.
I got a 16 to
But
try to convince Tanizan.
At least I'm leaning in the corner.
Okay, real quick. I described this other place to these other guys, but you have been here before. Remember when you were flitting from reality into that other realm?
Uh-huh.
That's where you are now.
Uh,
Roll me an Arcana check. Oh, by the way, you see all of these guys. You see all of their divinities, I should say. And with an 18, you know that you are currently in the astral realm.
yeah, but it's the trick, isn't it? He said he kind of just is thinking to himself here. The simulation. It's just the damn simulation.
Possible.
Okay, so
But
I look around, and do I see the others like they had described?
yes, exactly like they described.
Okay. Investigation check, please.
And they seem powerful. Go ahead. What are you investigating?
Their beings. I picked up the description earlier. This time, I want to know if I can see anything more, or rather less intuitive, that someone who would have to study them might learn.
Well, you know that they look like them, but they look like these other things as well. So whatever it is, it seems that, how do I describe? Remember when you did your experiment and this thing latched onto you
I
and
remember.
it fused with you?
Yeah.
They all seem like they have that as well.
This is what I'm saying.
With different beings, but uh, but the same nevertheless.
Okay. If that's all I can discern, I
And it would be at this point that that the stone would roll out of your hand as you've gone limp, and you snap back away.
As the stone rolls out of his hand, I'm gonna reach out with the box and snap it shut.
Athletics to stop him.
it's
Okay, both of you roll. Okay, you roll athletics, and Ginsu, you roll me a dex save.
Can I do acrobatics to just kind of like barrel flip or shoulder
Hey,
roll across
Watch
the
it,
table?
old man waking up here.
Yeah, that's
18.
God damn it, 10.
all right. So he snaps the thing shut.
It's just a simulation. I'm telling you.
And
this
that's
stuff
enough
like
of that.
Uncool, Taz. Come on, man. We're here for a reason. They need to see that. You need to see this. Has the boat moved at all since he touched it again?
The boat. You mean that like quivering feeling that you felt from outside?
When the ship teleported, yeah.
Oh no, the ship has not teleported. No.
Okay, then I look around and I go, see, it's fine. You need to feel this.
I walk over to my uncle and it's like, can I get a lock for this, please? We don't need
And-
any more of this.
And it has.
There's a lock on the box already.
Yeah, it's locked. It's a lockbox.
Oh,
So he has the key. Just locks it.
yeah. All right,
I pulled
and
it.
like a
And
little
he-
mad as a character. I'm just like, I don't understand why you're running from this.
And he takes the box and he just like underhand tosses it to Mandee.
Then
Andy, come on.
I
And the
disappear into the vent.
The professor goes to sorry, who's his character? Zillow.
I'm
Uh,
Zillow.
Zillowin,
Great.
yeah.
He goes to him. It's okay. It's okay. There'll be more opportunities. Don't worry.
This is the whole reason we're here.
I know, and you know what? Life is short, but you don't have to do everything tonight, okay?
Zillowin, what happened to that chill attitude of yours?
I leave the room.
You really need to go. Dude, wait. Oh, okay.
I head back to my my room and I just kind of slam the door and just stay in there.
And what? And I look over to Tanizan. And what, may I ask, is your intention then?
My intention is to keep that thing out of the hands of people who are going to misuse it.
How would anybody misuse this thing?
Apparently, if they add it to some statue that's almost finished, it will, whatever it is, will be finished. And since this person is a shady ass person, I don't want it to be in their hands.
And that is the person who is chasing you, by the way.
Yes, I know.
Or at least that person, you think that that's the person. It's either that or he works for the guy that's chasing you now.
Mm-hmm.
And the captain kind of gives a little knock on the table and he says, I think there's a better question, boys. The question isn't what does that thing do or why should we keep it away from anybody? I think the real question is, what the hell is it?
Well, obviously, it's giving them insight as to the true selves of the people they look at, I guess. I'm not too sure,
It's a
but...
scientific simulation of the deity.
Of what deity?
You can roll me a
The web.
religion
Excuse me,
check.
he would say of the web. Pardon me. The
Okay.
web of something. What was
The
it?
web of divinity.
The web of divinity. It's a scientific simulation of the web of divinity. He says it very matter-of-factly, and I'm not deception rolling.
I got 14 on my religion.
From what they're
GM, slight change of plan. Instead of going to my room, I head out and I jump off the ship.
okay.
I go jump off the ship. Splash.
Okay. One sec, because these things are going to happen quickly in succession. You don't know what the thing is, but with that religion check, what they're describing sounds like the astral realm.
Oh.
And the god of the astral realm is Sa, S-A-H.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you know with that religion check.
Okay.
At least I should say the old god of the astral realm.
Yeah.
So it's
When
a scientific thing of gods or whatever.
Go ahead, Mandee.
when I come back into the mess, I grab the captain. I say, "Can I talk to you for a minute?"
And she drags him off. He seems glad enough to go with you.
As that happens, I am gonna head back to my room because I need to talk to Scaro.
Okay, and as all of this is happening, you hear, "Man overboard!" And a splash.
And then you hear like a dolphin sound swimming next to us.
They're not gonna find me, by the way.
I'm assuming you're going straight down.
I'm guessing the ship's still moving, correct?
Yes.
But I could probably catch up to it.
Likely, as long as you don't take too long.
Okay, well I will go. I'm gonna go under and just kind of position myself along the keel
Okay.
next to the rudder, and just kind of hold myself under the water and just let the cold just kind of soothe whatever's been awakened.
Okay. You feel very good.
And I'll just lose track of time, so I'll probably be down there for a while.
Okay.
They're
You
probably gonna think I drowned.
they look for a while, and even a couple of guys go out, but they just can't find you. At this point, you guys are fairly certain that Zillowin is gone.
Did he just kill himself? Because we didn't look at the stone?
Oh, woe is me!
Oh no! Oh, bother.
I mean, it seems like that's what happened.
Curse that Taz!
Jesus.
Look at the stone, look at it! No.
Look at the stone! Look at it! No, I'm gonna go kill myself!
While you guys are making light of what seems to be a suicide, the captain.
We don't
and
actually do that, Jesus.
Let me know when it's been about 4 hours. That's when I'll come back up.
Okay. The captain and Mandee are kind of looking around. He's directing people in this search, and he's like, "What did you need to talk to me about last?"
You know that pretty rock?
I
I touched it too. She looks all like dejected, like she knows she did something that she wasn't supposed to.
And he like cocks his head and he goes, "The same thing happened to you?"
This old man with a beard showed up and said that I was supposed to have a beard, and I think that's when the ship moved.
You teleported the ship?
I didn't do it on purpose.
Wee!
He like kneels down and he puts his hand on your shoulder and he goes, "Mandee, I know it was an accident, but I think you saved all of our lives."
She perks up a little bit. Really?
And he says, "Yeah, my dumbass nephew got us into a lot of trouble with Baron LaFleur, and his ships were coming at us. And the yacht might be quick, but it's not fast. And we don't have the kind of armaments that could keep off LaFleur's ships. So what you did, like I said, even though it was an accident, probably saved the lives of everybody on this ship. The weird gnome guy notwithstanding."
What? What are you talking about?
And
What?
the
'Cause
kid
you
who
come
just killed
later.
himself.
No, you were on before.
Yeah, you were.
And but yeah, he pats you on the head and he goes, "Whatever the hell these guys are, I think you might be it too."
Well, what are they?
Now that I don't rightly know. For that, you might need to talk to somebody who has a little bit more understanding of. He, even though you're in the ocean and you're on his ship, he kind of like his eyes dart left and right just real quick. He goes, "I think you guys are magic, and I think you might need to talk to somebody about that."
Oh, I'll talk to you about it anytime.
"Yeah, but I'm not very old and I don't know very much about magic. So I think we need to send you to somebody who does know. Somebody who was around before the breaking."
Well, I haven't been around that long.
"No, that's why we need to find somebody who can help you. And I think when we get to White Cliff, I think you might need to leave just for a while. with these boys and figure out what's going on with you.
If you think that's what I should do,
I don't want to lose you. Lord knows I don't want to lose you. But I think it might be for the best.
she like hugs his leg.
And he pats your head and gives you a little tiny hug because you're a little tiny person. And he says, besides, I think one of the cutters, if we grease him up, might be able to get into the bowels.
Oh Jesus!
She
There's-
goes gets a bucket of like bacon grease and brings it back.
And there's two guys on the ship, and they're called the cutters because they're like known for cutting purses in like whatever towns they go to. Because these guys are you guys are a transport shipping crew, but you're also a little teeny bit pirates too. And and the cutters are not above just fetching a purse or two while they're out about in the town, blowing off some steam. And they're just like long, super skinny dudes, real wiry, and you think they might be able to fit through the vents. And he pats you on the head and he goes, "No, let's go about finding this boy."
And then I need to talk to Scarrow.
Jack Sparrow?
He
Scarrow, not Sparrow.
and he points up at the crow's nest and he's like, "Get to the crow's nest with you, Mandee."
And she like zooms up it faster than anybody could possibly believe a halfling could.
Zoomy, zoomy, zoomy.
Roll me a wisdom check.
18.
In fact, you do. You turn and you look at the crow's nest and you start running towards the mast to go run up, and then you're there. You're in the crow's nest. You took about 3 steps and you were just up there.
Zip.
And the captain looks like he is about ready to shit his pants. Like, in fact, everybody's eyes just go real wide for a second.
Do I even notice, or is it just like to me like I'm just like I'm just that quick?
Like, you feel like, I'm just that fast. Like that was probably my record time. You don't really remember even touching the mast, but there you are.
Can
And
I
he goes,
do the same climb as well?
he's like, and he looks, and he like points up, and he goes, and if any of you guys are on the deck, you would have seen it as well.
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of like stopped being there for a second, and then she was in the mast.
I take a huge puff off the pipe and just blow it out and kind of admire what I just saw. And again, just thanks to my.
The pipe is still empty, but that's fine.
Oh.
Like
Fuck.
I said, I want to attempt the same climb just as fast.
Roll me an athletics check.
Okay, let's do it. Athletics. Okay. Athletics, alright. Not acrobatics?
No. In general, I will do athletics for up things
Oh,
and
got it.
and acrobatics for down things.
Alright, let's do it. 8.
Oh, what about left or right thing?
It takes you a minute to get up there, but with the ropes and stuff, you eventually get there. You're out of breath.
How'd you get there so fast?
And she just pats him on the head. She's standing on the rail to do so, of course, but
God, it's impressive. You just do this on a regular basis?
yeah. It's not a whole lot to do on the ship, so I just jump around and have fun.
It's quite some, I gotta tell you. Oh boy, am I out of shape. Oh, shit. I'm selling really heavily.
Poor
I'll be
guy.
back in a couple of minutes. Maybe.
Okay.
So would left or right be acrobatics since like, or like
I know you're being
parkour?
I know you're being a turd right now, but uh I
No,
mean
I'm being serious.
mean
Like if I'm going like parkour, would it still be
it could
acrobatics?
I'm okay. So when I say up and down, I mean if you're climbing shit, then athletics. And if you are trying to like, you know, flip off of a fucking roof onto the floor without breaking your leg, athletics. So up and down. And and then anything else is as it would normally call. It just seems like a lot of people are not very sure which is which. So that's how I tend to differentiate up and down.
I got you.
Every once in a while, I might ask you to do it in a different way than that, but for the most part, it will be like that.
You decide.
Okay, so we know what Grits is doing for this time. Zillowin is currently under the water. The ship has stopped at this point, and they are searching for him. Um, there's even a couple of rowboats out in the water, and we know what we know what we know what.
Oh wait, I've got my spyglass too. I forgot. Yeah, I'm looking around with my spyglass.
We know what Tanizan is doing. He went to his room, and everybody else is just kind of kicking it, I would guess.
Yeah.
I
So-
go to the mess hall and make eyes at the cook.
Okay.
You.
So as I get into my room, I look at Scaro and I'm like, I think I fucked up.
He looks at you, A, like he's not especially surprised, and then B, like he wants you to continue.
So what was his name?
He like he very slowly pulls like a ribbon attached to the top of his book into the book and closes it and sets it down. You saying who's Scaro?
Yeah.
That is a fairly old elf that came on the ship with Tanizan. And he is, as far as you know, because you're the only one that's been on the ship the whole time that he has, is his like tutor. You would assume, because
Is that Leahy?
he's some fucking stuffy noble guy, and so he
Is
has
that Leahy?
No, it's not Leahy.
Ah, damn it.
No, Leahy is Vic. So, which is especially funny. I'm actually super glad that he wasn't here for that last scene, because I think you guys all know at this point he's the god of death. So you would have seen some shit.
Mm,
Jesus Christ.
I didn't realize
that would have
was
been a bad day.
PC.
It would have been like, ooh, you're this beautiful gossamer fucking thing, and you're full of virility and vitality, and you're covered in beasts and animals. Oh, that guy doesn't have skin on half of his face.
Jesus. Alright, so I go, here's the thing. Do you know who Baron Henry Lafleur is?
I do.
He's French. It's Henri.
I may have pissed him off.
He's an idiot, and it's Henry.
I did say Henry.
No, I know. I was talking to Rikku.
Oh.
You would know that he specifically gave himself the name Baron. Like, he just gave himself that title.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not a real title at all.
Oh yeah, I know it's not a real title, but it's a moniker, and it would point him out better to people, especially if he did it all the fucking time.
Oh, people call him by that title, because if they don't, he probably will kill
Got
them.
some like a fish?
Yeah, there's plenty of bodies out in these seas.
Yeah. But
yeah,
anyways,
he says he does know who that is, yes.
and I'm like, so, I may have stolen something of very high value to him. And Uncle is going to be taking us to White Cliff, where myself and a few other people are going to be getting off the ship. Um,
What do I tell your mother?
oh, don't worry. Him. I already asked Uncle to talk to her about what's going on. You don't have to worry about it. um, this entire thing was my fault. I was trying to keep a bad man from doing bad things, and it kind of got out of hand.
So you're in trouble with Baron LaFleur.
Yeah. I figured if anything, well, I doubt Father is gonna do anything about it, but if he has an inkling to, at least I'll have a backup, if I ever decide to go face him. But I don't know what Father would do, so.
And he like sighs, and then he points over at the chest that your sword and your chainmail are in,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "You're gonna want to put those on, and you're gonna want to keep those on."
Yeah, I'm probably gonna keep the sword wrapped for now because it's a amazing sword. I don't want people to know that I'm a noble, and that's just gonna scream, "Hey, I'm a noble!"
Do I hear him yell that exact thing?
He's in his bedroom, so likely not,
Okay.
unless you are like specifically listening for that.
No, no, no. I was trying to dip my balls in the gravy.
Fair enough.
The only thing I ask is that you
By the
talk.
gravy, he means Barda.
Yeah. The only thing I ask is that you try to get Father's help. If it doesn't work, then just talk to some of the trainers I had and see if they'd be willing to help.
Very well. I think you can handle yourself.
I can,
I
but
don't,
backup's always appreciated, you know?
I don't know about these others that you're going to be with, though.
Well, let's just say there's something kind of special about them. And not special in a bad way.
I heard a lot of yelling earlier.
Yeah, it got a little out of hand. I'm not gonna lie there.
Very well. Then I will go back with Dovos, and I will see about getting hold of some help.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I love all of these fucking gifs of some dude in the ocean.
Oh my god. The dude
right.
drinking a glass of water underwater.
And time goes by. They're not able to find him. And they suggest that they stay the night here in an effort to make exactly sure where they are, so that they can so that they can chart a path
Triangulate.
to White Cliff. And so after a few hours, the sun begins to set, and it's been about 4 hours at this point.
I will just calmly climb back up and smile and wave at anybody who sees me, and I'll go look for Tanizan.
And look up from the crow's nest. Hey,
Yeah, after a minute, you climb up the thing, and one of the like deckhands jumps up and he looks like he's seen a ghost at this point. And then he's like, he kind of points over at you like, what the fuck? And you hear Dandil, there he is!
Smile at him, wave.
People are kind of like
Have
freaked
you,
at this point.
Can you tell me where Tanizan is?
And the fucking shit. And the like deckhand just like points to the stairs that go down into the ship.
I'll go look for him.
And he just says his room. And so if you're still in your room, Ginsu, he will make his way there.
Okay.
I will end up knocking on probably a lot of doors.
Did I make it to Barda's room last night?
Good
mean-
lord.
You mean
It's-
tonight?
Yeah, it is tonight, and
Oh, I thought you said it was sunrise already. I'm sorry.
no, it's sunset.
Oh, pardon.
And so, if you want, you can roll me one more of those lovely rolls to see how she's taken to your incessant flirting.
Would that be persuasion?
Distraught because of the death of the blonde child. Would
Yeah,
you get
persuasion.
advantage to comfort her.
I love that this fucking like chunky fucking black woman's just like, I ain't having it. But yeah, she's like, I got dinner to finish.
Yeah.
Like, they're already eating dinner at this point.
But then, if I might ask, who's gonna eat you, huh?
Oh my
That's why
god.
you got a 10. She even like chuckles at it, and she's like, Sugar,
Okay.
she's like, Sugar, you couldn't handle me anyway.
Okay, you know what? If the only thing I got out of you was a smile, it's all been worth it. I bid you adieu, madam. I'm off to my quarters.
And this is the gruffest, like, she looks like she would just be somebody's Mima, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But she is a gruff old bitch. And you do get that smile. You might be the only person who's seen her smile on this fucking shit.
That is a tiny bit of sacred knowledge. It was worth it.
Nah, she smiles at Mandee all the time.
Yeah, fair enough. Everybody smiles at Mandee. And so after a little bit of waking people up, you make it to a door and you knock. And
Eighth time's the charm.
and Tanizan opens the door.
Yes.
Oh, good, you're awake.
And
You are sleeping for some reason.
you see
Yeah, it's
this guy who
nighttime.
you thought was fucking dead, by the way, when you open the door.
Hey, I owe you an apology. I'm sorry.
For what?
I lost my cool. I needed to go take a swim and just kind of recenter myself. I can't talk about it right now with anybody, but just know that I'm not running from something, but I'm running towards something, and I had to leave a lot behind.
I mean,
And I guess I saw this as a moment verification, like I don't even know the word. Just I felt maybe it meant something.
okay, well, it's not really a big deal for me.
Device.
Well, I get that, but like apologies aren't always about the person you're apologizing to. Like I did something wrong, and I'm saying I'm sorry.
Well, if it helps with your peace of mind, apology accepted.
Thanks. You're a good guy, Tanizan.
I try to be, at least.
I just kind of stretch my hand out, and I'm just like, friend.
I take his hand and shake it. Of course.
Oh, by the by,
I don't know where.
bring the owl up on the crow's nest and we just chill there for the night.
I
Okay,
don't know
it's-
where we're going, but I promise to stand by your side.
The owl seems happy to be high up.
There's no alligators in that water. I was down there.
Mandy's doing her best,
Saw some
Captain.
sharks.
Captain Hook impression.
No, Captain.
Maybe-
Captain Morgan, like up on top. With
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Spyglass just looking super important, looking around in the MTC.
If anybody
While you're
challenged me about being gone, I'm just gonna be like, no, I can breathe under there. It's fine.
I can breathe
Okay.
underwater.
yeah, so at some point somebody would ask you like, where the fuck were you
Just under the boat. It was nice down there.
for 4 hours?
Yeah, it's real peaceful.
And you're alive still?
I just, yeah.
We'll say it's the captain, and he just goes, you know what? I'm not even asking questions at this point. Mandee,
Don't worry about me. If I jump off the ship, just don't worry about it.
Mandee, roll me a nature check. Oh shit.
Jesus.
Okay.
I love how I come back from the dead and
Damn.
and Tanizan's like, hey man, what's up?
Okay.
You
So
look like
if
you've just seen a car.
Let's just say the fact that you told me you swam 100, a couple of 100 miles with ease made me think there was nothing really to worry about.
well, and then two people told you he was made out of the ocean.
Yeah,
Went into the other world. So yeah, you know.
that too.
Mandee, you know, if you look at that Five Kingdoms map, where the N ends in Rizan, that's where you are. You know exactly where you are now,
The
based on the
N
star.
in the N in Ryzon.
Yeah,
Where's Ryzon? Where's Ryzon? Where's Ryzon?
right in the middle.
Of what?
Right in the middle.
The
Oh,
Five
okay.
Kingdoms map, right in the
Oh,
middle.
I thought we were in the King's Sea.
Yeah, that's where you thought you were. But Mandee has a special talent for knowing where she is, and then now the stars are out, so she was able to pinpoint pretty much your exact location.
Pretty quickly.
We making shit up as we go. It's all Gucci. Don't worry about it.
It's all Gucci. Snoochie boochies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
End
And-
of day one.
Tell the captain.
Okay. And so he's able to chart a course. And I need to do a quick calculation.
There's that arithmetic again.
Arithmetical.
Arithmetic.
Well, I want to make sure I'm not giving you numbers that don't make sense. Okay. So he tells you that in, let's see, he tells you that you can be in White Cliff in about 4 days. If they really like push it.
Okay.
And so he'll tell you guys you've got about 4 days of travel ahead of you, and then we'll be letting you off. And
4
that
days of travel.
is where we're going to end it for the night.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that very riveting story.
So you guys have about 4 days worth of travel. You guys have about 4 days worth of travel, and if there's anything specific you would like to do during that time, you can hit me up in the old DMs, and we can work that out.
I'm gonna do lots of parkour.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
do.
It's actually just her yelling the word parkour and then jumping on stuff.
I'm gonna be training still with my weapons as I normally do to keep up my physique, but I'm also gonna be helping the crew out with sailing and work on the deck and everything else.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
I'm-
be babying the owl.
Dandil, you will also be working with the crew because, you snuck aboard.
Let
Fair enough.
let Vic know that I'm just basically going to wait on him.
Okay.
And
Like I'm always gonna check in and just be like, "Do you need anything, Master Leahy?" Like just continuously, and I'm gonna keep trying to work on Barda to allow me to help her cook.
Okay.
and also, and don't forget your
the-
lessons with me, young man. Also, you have
Yes.
arithmetic in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Arithmetic.
And
Homework.
I will do my best to recreate the Vic voice for his character, but it would go something along the lines of, "Oh yes, I will order some food in a moment. To bring me some soup and a fine wine."
Every day. Just Master Leahy, what can I get you? You know, do you need anything mended, washed? Like just
A couple of days into this, I'm going to stop him and just let him know that, dude, don't. You're not his servant. You
if you
paid to
stop me, I'm
be
gonna look
here.
you. If you stop me, I'm gonna look you dead in the eye and go, no, man, I get it. It's cool.
No,
Just-
no, you don't. He's taking
old.
advantage. No, he's taking advantage of you.
He's
Don't.
decidedly he's old like to you, but for an elf he's basically a teenager.
He's old and he just needs the help. It's
He's
okay.
not as old as Scarro is.
No, not
So
by
I don't
much.
know who that
so
is.
Scarro is the guy who's in my room with me. He's my teacher. He's been around
Oh, you
for
have a tutor in
200
your room.
years.
Okay.
He's been around. Wait, how long is Scarro? How old is Scarro?
999.
No, not quite that old, but he's older than a couple hundred for sure.
Yeah, my teacher is
That's
almost 500 years old. So you trust me when I say this guy, he's not old, not comparative.
Trust this guy, Rufus. He knows what he's talking about.
All right, guys. Well, that was fun, and I hope we could do it again soon.
I
Oh,
hope so
yeah.
too.
This
That
is
was
fun.
great. All right,
Love it.
have a good night, guys.
Are we going to shoot
No.
next week for Wild Beyond the Witchlight, or do we?